All right, let's discuss something somewhat difficult this morning, luckily rare. And that is a situation in which you are faced with, let's just suppose there's two designs, but there could be three or four. And no matter which choice you have, all of them, when you weigh in performance, cost, and reliability, they are all bad, okay? Or another way of saying it is that there's an equal cost when you weigh all of those three options, okay? So whether you want to look at it as equally bad or equally good, the point is it doesn't matter which one you pick. There seems to be as many pros and cons as each other, okay? There are a couple things to note about this. The first one is that the best thing to do in this situation is to look at this from a state of failure, okay? So I like inverted thinking because I use it a lot in trading. And this really benefits a lot in development. When people look at the pros and cons of each side, one of the things that I've observed is they don't always look at, okay, what's going to be the easiest route to monitor, detect an issue, and resolve an issue, right? Because it's going to fail, right? And people don't like, no, it'll never fail. Never promise a client that, because that's just simply not true. You're lying to them at that point. So when it does fail, what's going to be the easiest route to solve the issue, right? What's going to be the easiest route to detect an issue? What's going to be the one that's going to alert you before things fail? Because it's going to happen. We can all hope that it doesn't, but it doesn't matter. It is going to happen, okay? You also have to remember that it must be compatible with an existing process. This is more for people who are new. People who are generally been in an environment for more than a year or two understand, well, the reason why you can't do that is because this piece right here and this piece right here and that piece right here all interact with things, okay? And they also make the note that, speak with your mentors here. Mentors in tech, specifically since we're talking about a technical issue, they have a lot more experience than you do, okay? And they'll be able to, I don't want to say point to the right direction, but they'll be able to ask questions that you may not be thinking about, okay? We will not always get what we want or need with design. It's just a fact of life. We'll make a suggestion and people will be like, well, we're not going to choose that route, and the reason is because, and they'll provide reasons, okay? We should document our concerns, though. We should state them, document them, send it out by email. Remember, everything you send out by email is documented. Don't delete what you've sent. So, attach the document, send it out, attach it also in the body of the email along with, if you use like Word or Notepad or wherever, attach it in the body of the email, restate it, and then save the documentation. One of the things I like to do with emails that I sent that have documentation is put it in a folder called documentation. I mean, it's great stuff because for later use, if you've made it very clear that, okay, we're going to choose this route, but these are my concerns about this route. Here's the great thing. If an issue arises and people say, well, I just can't believe it and blah, 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 and there's always finger pointing, you can bring out the document and say, this is exactly what I discussed, okay? That ends it. That ends that discussion. People weren't paying attention. Okay, and I've been in that situation multiple times in my career where it just happens, right? I've also been in situations in which I've walked into an environment that no concerns were ever documented. Pay close attention. And when issues arose, what happened is people would waste 5 hours trying to blame people. And first of all, that's incredibly unproductive because you're just wasting 5 hours. But everybody would remember differently. I promise you, if you take my advice here about documenting things, you will be so glad that you did. Because you just don't know all of the things that can go wrong. If you don't have any documentation of what you said or what was done, you can't prove anything, right? Things are going to go wrong. They just are, I promise you. That's why reliability, building something that's reliable, is going to cost a lot of money. Reliability and cost are pretty much inverse functions of each other. Finally, there are those cases where, let's say option A and option B, they're both equally bad or equally good, depending on how you want to look at it, okay? And one of the funniest stories a colleague of mine was sharing, he was in an environment and he said this company spent 3 years debating how to proceed between two options. He said that he estimated the cost of about anywhere from $250,000 to $300,000 a year. So the company almost wasted $1 million on a decision that, regardless of what they chose, it was going to be bad. Or good, again, depending on how you look at things. They were equal options. It doesn't really matter. Look, there's the point. There is a threshold in which more meetings and more discussions are actually wasting time. What it really is a form of procrastination. Now, I'm going to say this because of course, I'm a statistician and I love statistics and math. So in those cases, get out a coin, flip the coin, and pick the option. Say, okay, option A is heads, option B is tails. You let probability decide. Because probability doesn't care. And if it really is one of those situations where it doesn't matter which route you pick, those are rare situations, I'll admit. But if it really is that type of a decision, then go ahead and let probability decide, because it's not biased and it's not going to care. And then it's a matter of you're no longer procrastinating, you're just going to jump on it and run with the idea. So these are some concerns here when you do face that issue where option A and option B are equally bad or good, depending on how you look at it. I cannot stress this enough. If you get one thing out of this video, document, document, document. I promise you, you will be very glad that you did.